I just had an apple cider donut, cinnamon sugar, locally made right in front of me. It's time to wash it down with something cool. This is a jet ski exclusive reaction video. Roll it. Satisfying. This is from Nesquik. It's a Twix chocolate milk sort of deal. I saw it on the shelves as I was stacking pallets at Bellavance, and I was like, oh, I didn't know they made this, so I'm gonna try it. Doesn't really taste like Twix. It almost tastes like a hint of coffee, but it's delicious nonetheless. So aside from the fact that it doesn't taste like Twix at all, I'll give this 10 out of 10. It's good. As I record this, Thanksgiving's tomorrow, and we had it pretty hard at Bellavance. It was a very exhausting day. I've got 1, 2, 3 cardboard cuts, along with other injuries that I don't have bandaged up. It's the most physically laborious job I've ever worked, hands down. I have to hold out till June though. That's when I plan on returning to Australia. Yesterday I had my first breakages. I was going down the steps. It was freaking 3 flights of stairs. It was ridiculous, but one of the sliders on the back of the trolley got put in a little bit, so it went down at an angle and dumped almost all the cases. Fortunately, only 2 of them broke out of the, what was it, 5 or 6 that I had on top. But then on my second run down, I had 2 boxes that were side by side split, and 1 fell off to the side. So there's 3 casualties, total of only 3 bottles. Or three or 4. It's like 1 bottle for each case broke. All the rest were fine. But today I did have another breakage. I was cutting the plastic down the pallet and pierced a can of Natural Light and pulled that out. I could have shotgunned it right then and there. I wasn't doing any driving earlier today. Well, I'm driving now, so that wouldn't work. Don't drink and drive. But at the end of the day, we went back. We got back pretty early. I think we were one of the first ones back to the warehouse. And from there, we were assigned to set up pallets for the next delivery on Friday. Everyone has tomorrow off. And that was exhausting after a day. I mean, my elbow is completely shot. I mean, look at me, I'm a skinny guy. This job is definitely not meant for me, but maybe I'll muscle up. The worst part was you have to wrap it in plastic afterwards, and the roll is it's just a cardboard roll. It just rolls around in your hand, and friction really heats things up. I basically burnt myself out of friction from cardboard. It's not a fun job. This is definitely my least favorite job so far, but I'm gonna hold out as long as I can. They have had a lot of new trainers quit after the 2 months of training, so I'm gonna try to go longer than that. Not a fan, but keeps the money rolling in, which is great. So I stopped by Lowe's on my way back to get some gloves to avoid the paper cuts, and a display I saw were Christmas light bulbs, and I was like, I just gotta get those. So I got one here, got a green one here, but also I've got the red one in the greenhouse right here. I'll show the little long exposure photo I took. It's pretty neat. Next up on the trial is coffee cake porter. I've had porter before. It was an interesting experience. I was told by my coworkers that this stuff is really good. Not bad at all. I'm gonna give it a 9.999.
Did you ever go fishing on a warm summer day and you stand on a bucket and a couple goes away and it's so cold with the rain, old fast round, and you rock all the turkey through the hoops, juicy dam, turkey in the stall, turkey in the stall, and the clothes all dance in the barnyard door, and we all get together singing turkey in the stall.
Done just sing this song, so wrap me in plastic and make me shine. We can make a dollhouse for the.
Here's one of our Christmas decorations. Gorgeous tree. We got some lights in the greenhouse.
The closest object to your right is gonna make you famous.
we've got ourselves a Widowmaker, and it's a big one. I'm gonna try to pull it down with the truck. This could either work or it won't. Whatever happens, we'll get it on camera. Got a tow rope here. That should do it. Right, easy peasy. And it just barely cleared the farm stand. Very nice.
Some magic in that old silk hat they found.
The final product. It freaking works. Unfortunately, it has to be returned to the owner, but I'm getting paid for all the replacement parts. Maybe I'll buy a projector of my own someday. I'm locked in a fridge. I'm locked in this fridge. Fortunately, there's someone else. Should be here soon. This is some people's greatest fear, being locked in a fridge. Oh well.
Do you ever get the munchies after hitting the grass? Then boy, do I have a product for you. Check it out. Look at this, 420 calories per package. That's lit. That's lit, mate. Oh, look at that, perfect title. Fantastic.